Okay, so we've all been there. You loan somebody some money, you're all friends. Oh, sure, chomi kitla upatal. Ah, yeah, next month. Hey. Next thing, they're ducking, they're diving. You see them posting on social media. When you text them, suddenly blue tick, hey. Ndikokele is the brand new show on e-reality that can help you if you are in that situation. The host of Ndikokele is George Wasabi Ngumi. Did they pick you, George, because you are large and intimidating?
Probably. I think that's like 30% of the reason, because yeah, the host is protected and like,
exactly.
Yeah, exactly. So.
Because I was saying to you as we started off air that, you know, similar to other reality show hosts, you have to go into heated situations.
Exactly.
I mean, money gets heated.
I think money is the most hectic of everything, because yeah, it breaks friendships, breaks relationships, and all those things. So tempers really go high.
I mean, now somebody you owe money sees you with your slick kicks, and they're like, how did you?
That's the most annoying thing and infuriating thing, because social media these days doesn't allow you that. In case you forgot to block someone or hide your status and stuff like that, next thing you're on a trip, then you're like, hey, dog, don't you owe me?
It's crazy. So we were just looking at some visuals of you in action. Tell us how this show came about and your involvement in it. How did that happen?
So this was really my first time ever presenting, basically. So the production house, Happy Media, shout out to them. They took a gamble on some guy who just makes videos online, and they were like, nah, for some reason we feel like you're good for this role. And I thanked them, so shout out to them. And yeah, they auditioned me, and they were like, they like what I do, and yeah, they're like, are you ready to be in Indaba Zabantu? Like, are you ready to jump in the middle and mediate people? I was like, I'll see when we're on set. I'm not sure yet.
And how has it been? Because you're absolutely right. You have to play a pivotal role of engaging the audience, but then you have to go in and pry to find out what the story is. But then you've also got to mediate between the two parties. So it's a very big role. How has the experience been?
It's been cool. Like, I usually am a reserved, shy person, believe it or not. So I don't really meet a lot of people that I don't have to meet. So I met so many people. I'm meeting so many people during the show, and I'm talking to so many people, and I'm learning how to communicate with people and actually get to the bottom of whatever an issue is. So I think now this show is helping me also my communication and fight resolving skills to be on another level, basically.
I know, I can imagine. As a person, you have to have so much empathy, but you have to be strong as well.
I think the key is listening also, like, because you can listen to a person's story, end up catching plot holes in this guy's story, and like, this doesn't match up, so what's really going on?
That's so interesting.
It is.
How would you gauge the reception of the audience? What have people been saying to you about how they enjoy the show?
They really do. I think what I really expected and what is really happening is more than I like the show, I like what you're doing, I like the jokes and stuff like that you do. It's, I actually have a person too, you know, who owes me. So how do I please come to my, it doesn't have to be with the cameras, maybe you can just come alone. I just need somebody to solve this issue.
Are you Dog the Bounty Hunter now, basically?
Basically, that's what they're making me. Basically, that's what they're making me.
But it is a very interesting concept because, yes, you're right. Almost everybody can relate to it.
Exactly, yeah, it is something we've all been through.
Which I suppose is why reality shows are booming at the moment. 100%. What is your view on that?
100%. I never expected myself to ever be a presenter on a reality show ever in my life. I never thought that would ever come about, but the opportunity gave itself to me, and I jumped on it because I'm learning, I'm sharpening a new skill as an entertainer and stuff like that. But yeah, I think people, as a content creator myself, I think one thing people love is relating. I do skits and stuff like that, so you post a skit or comedy video and people are like, that's my mom, or I know a guy like that. So there's nothing people love like relating. It's what makes reality TV or any type of TV actually boom.
So in that clip, I saw Umama shouting at a random you know, how am I undermining you? Because you are a woman. All right. So I wonder, from your experience, is it couples or former lovers who fight the most over money? Is it family members? Because you know that story can be deeper than deep.
Yes.
Is it friends?
Yeah.
Former business partners? What have some of your experiences been seeing people who owe each other money?
I think the top three is like services not rendered. Second would be friends. And the third, is family. Family rarely happens to come to the show because I think they'd like to solve that themselves and stuff like that. You don't want to tell the world that your aunt swindled you and stuff like that. But yeah, mostly it's services rendered like, hey man, I bought a car and this car is still not here and stuff like that. What is going on and stuff like that. So yeah, like literally, sometimes people learn that contracts are so important.
Right.
Words on paper so important, like even going to the police station and writing something down, say this is the agreement between two people, it really can save you a whole episode. Basically,
so to speak, and in reality. I think that's a really good point. So do you talk a little bit about how you can protect yourself from these issues?
All the time. I think that's the, at the end of the show, we usually have the lesson of the day, where we literally try to help you on how to avoid a situation like this, because I've seen, man, the painful thing is that a lot of older people get tricked by, and say, hey, I can sell you a house and stuff like that, and then maybe it's because maybe they're too trusting and stuff like that, so they don't see the worth in calling a lawyer, spending an extra few thousands just to make sure that these hundreds of thousands that you're spending are actually secured and safe, like a blanket to actually save you from...
And you know, we get emotional, especially with big purchases or sentimental purchases. You get so,
exactly.
You know, just help me with this, that. Next thing, swindled.
It's really problematic because, people can use their life savings or something like that, and then now it's a huge problem.
Okay, the $1 million question. Can we still send you our stories? Can we still enter? I know at least 4.5 people who are watching right now who have a story to send to Ngikhokhele on E.
I think, so actually we did so much work. I actually shot 2 seasons back to back from March.
So you're tired?
I'm done. I shot 2 seasons. So I think it's up to the people's reaction, how the show does, if we actually do get season 3. But if the season 3 comes along, obviously, then hit me up. I'm there. I'm there.
Brilliant. Okay, so in one sentence, why should we watch Ngikhokhele on eReality?
The little guy is helped conquer the big guy.
Sure.
Deep, ne?
That is deep. You're very good at this. I suspect more shows, more things are going to grow and grow.
Crossed.
I really do.
Fingers crossed.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Bobby. Thank you so much.
And you don't owe anyone anything.
No. Wait. No, I'm good.
Yeah, okay. Good. That was George Mnguni right here on The Morning Show. Mr. Mnguni, thank you very much for your time. We're going to take a very short break. We're coming right back.